What you are about to view with your viewing balls, those are your eyes, is part 2 of the March 17th review of the Rock Band downloadable content. For part 1, there's probably links all over the fucking place. Let's go!
All the things that go to make heaven and earth, it was pretty much exactly like, well, it wasn't exactly like, but it was a lot like electric version with just chords, like 3 chords, scratchy noise, 3 chords, scratchy noise. There's some of that. And there was pretty much no variety, like not a single hammer-on or pull-off. And I didn't really have fun with it at all. It's pretty boring. I'm going to give it a 3. Hey, Mom, what's for dinner? Mom, what's for dinner? Oh. Shucks.
I thought that I was like the only person on Earth that wanted more new Pornographers music in this game, but apparently I wasn't, because there must be like one dude at Rock Band, at Harmonix or whatever, that's like, dude, I love this band, and let's put the electric version in here. And then everybody else was like, oh, that sounds like a bad idea, but then that one guy was like, screw you, I'm suing, and I forgot what I was talking about. I'm going on weird tangents. This song got pretty boring at the beginning, but then it busts out this crazy little tom drum thing like all the freaking new Pornographers songs seem to do, where they just go nuts on the tom drums. It's something that I've never seen in any other song on this game, so it was pretty nice and refreshing. So I'm going to give this song a 7.
Use It started out with this cool blue-orange hammer-on thing, and I was like, oh, a new Pornographer song that's not going to be boring on guitar? Maybe? And then when I got into the song more, it was just like blue, 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 red, red. And I lost all faith. It was a pretty boring song. Pretty much met my expectations of a new Pornographer song. It wasn't like fast chordy like changes, so I gotta give it that. It was different, but it was still boring. I'm gonna give it a 3.5.
Use It was very similar to the other new Pornographers song with the long name that I don't really feel like saying right now, in the fact that it started out really slow and I was like, oh, it's probably going to do this the whole goddamn song. But then out of freaking nowhere, it just goes nuts. I mean, there's like tom drums and and there's this really cool sounding little like snare, hi-hat, bass drum combo that is a really cool different way to keep the rhythm that I've never seen before in any of these songs. So I enjoyed that, even though it was a little bit difficult. I'm giving this a 7.5.
Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. Suffocation.
Last Resort started out for me, and I was like, oh, hey, hammer-ons, all right. And then it went to the same thing, but without hammer-ons, and I was like, ow, not hammer-ons, my fingers hurt. But overall, it was not a bad song at all. I mean, it's tier 5, a little easy for tier 5, but it still is a tier 5. And it was pretty fun. It was kind of repetitive, and it hurt my fingers a little bit. Other than that, it was pretty good. So I'm going to give it a 6.
This is another pretty basic song, much like the other 2 Papa Roach songs that are in this game, and any other Papa Roach music that they could ever put on this game would ever be. It's pretty basic. It's not boring, but it's not fun, which means that it's a 5. However, I would suggest getting all of these songs this week because they're all freaking awesome. They're so cool. This coupled with last week's really awesome Offspring songs plus other stuff, Losing My Religion and all that jazz, it's just been like heaven for me. And now that they've opened up funk music, I want to see some Funkadelic and Wild Cherry and maybe even some swing music and R&B. Anyway, goodbye.
This song was actually pretty fun. I didn't expect much from Papa Roach, I don't know why, but the beginning and the end of the song, I mean, it's like the thing on Painkiller, you know, and it's pretty fun if you can do it. The rest is chords, but that's fine with me too. I'm sure all you guys out there like chords and alt strumming. I'm not a huge fan of it, but I mean, I'm going to try to make this not opinionized, so I'm going to give this song a 6.5. It was pretty good.
This is exactly the same deal as that Against Me song, where I was like, I've never heard this song before. And then he's like, I'm waiting for a lifeline! And he goes into a really generic alt metal chorus, and I was like, oh, I heard this in my friend's car, just like the last one. Anyway, it's pretty basic. There's nothing really that fun going on, but there's nothing really that boring going on. Overall, I'd say that these songs are pretty damn good and you should pick them up. But for drums alone, I'd give this one a 5.5. Do you like Xygni? Do you like Cookie? Well, then you should check out our music on iTunes. There's a single up right now if you search. And also click on the annotation to learn about a contest where you can win some useless crap if by doing some stupid things. Do you like DLC? Do you like Quick? Do you like Play? Well, then you have all the things you need to go to this website. Do it. And while you're doing all that other stuff I already told you to do, you should probably check out my blog. It's like a Christmas fruitcake without all the disappointment and broken teeth.